Hello, people. Hello, family. How are you doing today? So, I'm making catfish and Ogbono soup. So, stay back and let's enjoy the live stream together. It's going to be fun all the way. It's going to be fun all the way. You're welcome. So, join me as I cook. As I make this delicious. I'm trying to minimize the. Okay, let me see what I can do to bring this size here. But why is it not coming up? Okay, let me put it here whether it will stay. Okay, it stayed. So I'm making catfish and ogbono soup. Okay, it stayed though. That's interesting. So I hope you enjoy the process. So first thing I want to do, heat my gas on. Then I'll get water. Let me get some water. So I'll be starting with pepper soup. I'll be starting with the pepper soup. Let's to swap this pot. Let me swap the pot. Welcome in if you are just joining. How are you doing today? Good morning. Yeah, right. Good evening. Wow. I'm imposing morning on you. Oh my god. Good evening, oh. What am I? Welcome. If you are just joining, you're welcome. How are you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. So in here we have I have this crayfish, the big one that is dried. I have onions, I have fresh pepper, and yeah, those are the three main ingredients I have here: onions, fresh pepper, and big red crayfish, the dried red crayfish. So I'm pouring that in. You pour it in. So I just want to rinse it out. Okay. If you are just joining, you are welcome. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Welcome to the live stream. So now I'm going to add salt and Maggi. So I'll be adding in my salt, Maggi. If you are just joining, you're welcome. Good evening. So I'm starting with my pepper soup. Starting with pepper soup. Welcome in. So I'm making pepper soup and ogbono today. So I'm starting with the pepper soup, like I said previously. If you have any question, you can ask me. So here's my Maggi. I'll be adding my Maggi. So make sure that it's the quantity that will cook, the quantity of Maggi that will cook your fish. So it depends on the number of fish you are using. So that will determine your seasoning. I'm talking about the Maggi and salt. That will determine it. Welcome in if you are just joining. How are you doing today? So I'm going to cover it. I'll allow it to boil. So meanwhile, while it's boiling over there, we'll be making our ogbono soup here. So I'm going to shift it over to the other gas. Let's allow it to boil. So I just want it to boil for some few minutes. Then I'll let me put this pot to be getting hot. Or let me lower it. I want to explain something about this fish. Now, for the fish, this is catfish. I'm making use of catfish. So I've actually washed it. You make sure you use alum to wash it with salt to take away the slimy. Catfish is usually slimy, so you need to wash it very well with salt. Or if you don't have salt, you make use of alum or if you don't want to use alum, make use of very hot water. Just pour it on the fish, and the slimy nature will disappear. So I've washed it clean. This is catfish. So once the pepper soup water boil a little, I'll put in the catfish. Before this, after that, then the spice. We have pepper soup spice. I'll show that to you very soon. So let me on the gas for the ogbono soup. Meanwhile, this is for the ugu leaf, because I'm making use of dried ugu. I don't have the fresh one, so I need hot water to loosen it up a little. So I'll boil this over here using the smallest burner to boil it. So let's go. It's going to be fun. You are going to enjoy the process. You're gonna enjoy the process. It should be fun. So now let me start with adding my chicken stock. You add in your chicken stock and add more water. So this is for the ogbono soup. So I'm adding more water. Sorry, I'm coming. Let me just gauge the water. That will be enough. Then I'll add it in. If you are just joining, you are welcome. Making ogbono soup and pepper soup. You can imagine the combination of both. Wow, very powerful combination, I tell you that. So I'm adding this water now, enough to cook the ogbono soup. This should be okay. If it's not enough, I'll add more later, but for now I think that should be fine. That should be fine. If you are just joining, you're welcome. Thank you for joining the live. How are you doing? How's been your day? Hope you had a great day. Okay, so I'm going to season this water now with pepper, dried pepper. I'll start with pepper. That's what I'll be starting with. It depends on how you eat pepper. This is very hot, so I'm not putting much because we don't like pepper. So if you like pepper a lot, you can add more. So after adding your dried pepper, the next ingredient you'll be adding is your crayfish. But don't add all the crayfish at once. You will add the remaining one later. I'm just putting a little for now, then the remaining one will be later. Yeah, this is okay for now. I'll add more later. So now I'm adding in my salt. Don't be careful when making ogbono. Don't put too much salt because it will spoil the taste of the ogbono. Don't make it too salty. Just be careful when gauging it so that it will not spoil your soup. So I already have Maggi in the seasoning, in the chicken stock. So I'm going to add 1.5 Maggi. If I need more later, when I taste the soup and it's not enough, I will add more. So for now, I'm adding 1.5 because my chicken, I boiled it with Maggi, salt, and other spices. So in order not to over spice it, I'll just use this for now. Then if I need more, I can add more later. So I'll take off the back. If you are just joining the live, you are welcome. Glad to have you around. So please kindly subscribe, share the live, give a thumbs up. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. Let's vibe, let's roll right here in the comments. Hello, family. How are you doing today? So now I've added my Maggi, I've added my salt. So with the ingredients I have in here, if I need more seasoning later, I can add more. But it's better you season your food less than is more, and it will spoil the soup. Okay, let me add some beef seasoning. Beef seasoning is always very nice with Ogbono soup. Very nice. So let me add a little of my beef seasoning. So here is my beef seasoning, the product I use. So I'll add a little. This is okay. Let me just add a little more. Yeah, perfect. So I can cover it and allow it to boil while we move to the next stage. And the next stage is the ogbono itself. We need to put some red oil, that's palm oil, and take it right to the oven so that it will melt. So that's what we'll be doing right now. So let me shift the camera backward so you can see the process. So this is the ogbono here. This is ogbono seed that was grinded into this powder form. It was a seed and it was grinded into this. You can type it on Google, just say ogbono seed. Ogbono. Let me go again. Ogbono. Ogbono seed. So when you type it, you see the seed. So that's it. Then when you grind it, you get this. But ensure that the ogbono is dried. If it's not dried, you will not achieve this. If it's wet, you will not achieve this. So here is the grinded ogbono. So I'll be adding in my palm oil. Here is fresh palm oil. So you shake it. After shaking your palm oil, you add your palm oil into the bowl. So I'm going to take it right to the oven. You can mix it together like this, slightly, just slightly, something like this. Okay, we are good. So I'll take it right to the oven. You cover it. Microwave, sorry. I'll be putting it in my microwave. Everybody have different methods. Some people don't use microwave. What they use is they put hot water in a bowl, in the pot, and they will put this bowl inside the hot water and allow it to dissolve. Let's assume this is the hot water in the pot. Then you put this bowl inside and cover it, then allow it to heat up and you can mix it. But if you don't want to use that method, this microwave is the modernized way of doing it. You just simply put it in the microwave and allow it to dissolve. So I'll do that. I'll take it to the microwave, and in less than 10 minutes is ready. So I'll set it. In less than 5-10 minutes is ready. So I will show you the outcome. Mommy, what I got from Mommy, it. What? I did take it. Well, okay, finish your food. When you finish your food, you take it. Oh, what do you want? Okay. Well, finish your food. Please. So you're welcome. You can let me know where you're streaming from. Don't disturb me. Yeah, go and stay with daddy. Go and meet daddy. Tell him to finish. When you finish, I'll give you. When you finish, Andrew. Take only move on. Okay. I don't want that one. Okay. Yeah, so sorry for the break. So sorry. So let's see if it's boiling. Let's see. Okay, it has not boiled yet. Some people dropped message. Let me see. At Maria, how you doing? He said, I am not. I don't get that. Yes, I am. I am not. Sorry, I didn't understand that. Can you explain better? I don't understand what you wrote there. You're welcome if you're just joining. Maria, good to have you around, but I don't understand what you are saying. If you can explain better so that we understand, please. Welcome. So for the ogbono, you can see how it looks like now. I just took it out from the microwave. So you just stir together like this. Don't allow it burn. Make sure it does not burn. You can see how it's looking now. Different from the way it was before. So I'm going to still heat it a little bit. I'm going to heat it a little bit. So like 1 minute is okay. After 1 minute, I take it off and it's ready. So let me just heat it for 1 minute. So for the pepper soup, let's come over here to check out our pepper soup. Let's see. Ooh, it's boiling already. So I can add in my fish now. I can add the fish. You can add your fish to it now. So like I said previously, I've washed the fish already. I explained how I washed it. You can make use of alum in washing your fish, or you make use of salt. If you don't want to make use of salt, you can use very hot water. Make sure your water is hot, extremely hot. So this is catfish. For those that are just joining, that's catfish. So I cut it into size and I ensure that I wash it very well. Make sure you wash it very clean. So if you are just joining, I grinded pepper, fresh pepper, onions, red big crayfish, the dried one. Then I added salt and Maggi. So that's what I have there. So now the next thing I'm going to add is the pepper soup spice. So for the spice, sorry, okay, let me put it back here. So I'll bring the spice so that you see it. I'll show you the spice now. So let me show you the spice that I'll be using for the pepper soup. The spice I'll be making use of for this recipe. So if you go to any African store, if you ask for, if you stay in Europe, most African stores, Nigeria African stores, not just any house store, Nigeria African store, they have this spice. But if you are in Nigeria or Ghana, you can easily get this spice. They call it pepper soup spice. But if you're not in Nigeria or Ghana, maybe you are in Europe, you can check out African Nigeria stores. You can get this spice there. So it's a natural seed that was grinded to achieve it. So that's it. So I'll be adding some to the pepper soup. So this quantity should be okay. 1 spoonful is okay. Because I actually love my pepper soup spicy. Then there's one other spice I love. I usually mix the two. They are the same, but this one is packaged. So I usually mix the two. I mix the two together to achieve what I want. So I'm going to show you. I'll show you. I'm making use of just one of it. If you are just joining, you're welcome. Kindly subscribe, like, and comment so that when next I come live, you'll be notified. So I'm making use of this brand. I'm not advertising it. So before YouTube we say I'm advertising, but just make use of any good pepper soup spice. Any good pepper soup spice will go for it. So you just pour that in. Yeah. So after that, I will squeeze in some dried bitter leaf. I'll be squeezing in some dried bitter leaf. Then I'll cover it and allow it to boil very well. So I'm not adding much. This is my dried bitter leaf. I'm not adding much. Just this is okay. So I'll just squeeze it in right there. Then after that, I'll add my utazi leaf. It's a special leaf that they use for this recipe. They call it utazi. So here is my utazi. I'll be adding this too. It's also a special leaf, but it's dried. It's good to make use of the fresh one. But if you don't have the fresh one, you can use the dried one. So this is the dried one I have. So I've squeezed that in. So what I will do next is I will cover the pot and allow it to cook well. Then later on, I will taste it to see if the maggi and salt is perfect. So I'm going to cover it now. Excuse me. Excuse me. If you're just joining, you're welcome, my love. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining the live stream. How are you doing today? Welcome in. If you have any questions, you are free to ask. Feel free to ask me your question. Feel free. Okay, let's move to the next stage. Without wasting much time, let's move to the next stage. Okay. If you are just joining, you are welcome. Good to have you around.
And hello guys.
So feel free to ask me any question. Like I said previously, you can ask me your question. So now let's check our ogbono to see what we have here. Meanwhile, before adding the next ingredients into the boiling water, I'm going to add in some of my ugu leaf into the hot water. This hot water here is ready. You can see there's a small bowl here. I have hot water there. I don't have the fresh ugu leaf, so I'm making use of the dried one. You know, because of my location, I hardly get the fresh one, so I usually use the dried one because of my location. So I'll be adding some of the dried one. Let me show you what it looks like. So you need to know what it looks like. So this is what the dried one looks like. The dried ugu. Can you see how it looks like? So I'm going to add some here into the hot water. You're welcome. Please, if you have any question, just feel free to ask me. I would love that you ask me any question that you don't understand, anything bothering you, just ask me. Feel free to ask me, please. Feel free. Wow, I think I need to add some more ugu. They call you, the English name is called funky leaf. You can call it funky leaf. The English name for it is funky, but the native that's in Nigeria, the Igbo speaking part of Nigeria call it ugu leaf. So that's it. So I'm adding some more. Yeah, it's okay. It's perfect. Where are you streaming from? If you are just joining, you're welcome. I would love to know where you're streaming from. Love to know that. So now, for the boiling water, I'm going to add. Wait, let me get this. Okay, I think I have it here. If you are just joining, you are welcome. Kindly subscribe, share the live, comment, give a thumbs up to this live stream to support the live. Kindly give a thumbs up. So this is what the final look of our ogbono. This is what it looks like. The one I put in the microwave. I've brought it out. So this is what it should look like when you want to make yours. Can you see it? This is it. This is how it should look like. So I'll be pouring it into the water, and as I pour in, I will mix. As I pour in, I will mix. So that's what I'll do. So you can see me mixing. Let me bring it closer so that you see better what we are doing. Okay, so that's the ogbono over there, the pepper soup over there. That's the leaf, and here's the ogbono soup. So I'll pour more and I'll mix together like this. So let me pour in more. So I can mix it now before adding the last one. Mix very well. Please feel free to ask me any question at Latis Sanusi. Hello. At Maria, how are you doing? You were trying to say something, but I don't understand. You said I am not. Yes, I am not. I don't really understand it though. I'm sorry. I wish you are still there. If you can explain better to me, please. I don't know. I don't get it. Let me open the windows. I need more breeze here. Excuse me. Welcome in if you are just joining. Good to have you all around. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. So for those that are just joining, I'm making ogbono soup. We started with pepper soup. That's the pepper soup over here. That's it here. It's boiling. So right now I'm working on the ogbono soup. As you can see, that's what I'm working on now. So I'm going to mix it very well so that it will not form any thick lump. I'll mix it very well. I don't want any lump on it. I just don't want any lump on it. You can see what I'm saying. It's already forming thick lump. So you have to mix it very well. You can see how it's looking. It's almost similar to okra soup, but they are different. They are not the same. Okra soup and ogbono soup, they are not the same. Anybody that tell you that they are the same is a lie. But you can use both together. You can use okra and ogbono together. Yeah, you can use the okra to thicken, to support your ogbono soup, yeah. Or you can cook them differently. There's no theory that says that your ogbono, you must cook it with okra. There's no theory like that. So children likes the soup a lot. They love it. Children love the soup a lot because it's slimy and they can easily swallow with banku or with fufu. They call it fufu in Africa. We call it fufu. We have different types of swallow in Africa. We have cassava swallow. We have potato swallow. We have and from cassava we have
Mommy,
we have gari. We also have, aside gari, we have I'm so sorry for the break. My kids, they needed my attention. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to add in more water because this ogbono is too thick. So I'm adding in more water. That's ordinary tap water that I just added. Then I will turn it again. So yeah, it's better now. It's better. Yeah, it's better, much better than before. Then I'll allow it to boil. Let's allow it boil. Then meanwhile, over to our punky leaf. You know, I told you it's the dried one I have available. So I'm going to drain out this water. It's soft already. I needed the hot water to make it soft, so it's soft already. So I'm going to drain it out right away. Let me use my filter, making use of this filter. So I'm right here. I've not gone. I'm here. So what you do, you just run your tap water into it and rinse it out. That's all. No much drama on it. No much drama. So I'm going to add the leaf right away. So this is what I got. So I'll add it right away. Let me sprinkle it. Guys, the remaining water from the... Okay. Welcome in if you are just joining. We are making ogbono soup and pepper soup at the same time. You can actually multitask your cooking. It's not compulsory that you just focus on one meal while cooking. You can decide to multitask. You can cook 2-3 meals at a go, but it all depends on your planning, how you go about it. Right now I'm doing 2 at a go, so it depends on how you plan it. So that's the leaf. I've added my leaf to it. So you allow it to boil a little, then I'll check for the seasoning, if the maggi and salt, everything is in order. So I'll check for that. Meanwhile, let me check out for the pepper soup. Let's check for the pepper soup. Yes, so I'm back now. I'm sorry for the short break. So let's check out our pepper soup and see what we got here. Let's see what we got. So this is a catfish pepper soup. Yeah, I'll give you. I'm coming. It's almost ready. Almost ready. You want agua? I'm coming. Let me give you agua. Welcome in if you are just joining to that. Good evening from here. Kindly support by giving us a thumbs up Drop a comment, share the live. Let's vibe and roll. So ensure you always turn your ogbono so that it will not burn. Make sure you turn it. Ensure you turn it like this to prevent it from burning. Mm. So always turn it to prevent. Alisa, what is it? If you are just joining the live, you are welcome. Good evening. Welcome in. This ogbono is a very good one. That's why you observe it's drawing very well. If it's not the good one, it will not draw. Just take note of that. So I'm going to check it and taste if the maggi and salt is okay. So everything is perfect. All I just need is a little salt. Just a little, not so much, because the chicken also have its own seasoning. So this quantity of salt is okay. So at this point, I can add in my chicken. So that's my fried chicken. I'm making use of chicken for it. So I'll be adding my chicken to it. Stop. Destroying. So after adding your chicken, you turn everything together. So at this point, I'll lower my gas so that it will cook well. Make sure you moderate your fire. Don't make it too high. Just low heat is okay, so that it will cook well. So now let's go over to the pepper soup. Let me see what we have here. Let's check. So let's check for the pepper soup and see what we got here. Let me use the, let's first of all state, thank you for the thumbs up. Someone just dropped a thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I want to taste and see if the Maggi salt, everything is in order.
Yes.
Okay, so we just need little seasoning more. So I'm going to show you the seasoning I'll be adding to it. So I'll show you what I'll be adding. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for supporting the live. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Kindly give a thumbs up to support the live. So I'll be adding one Maggi, one. Just because I tasted and the seasoning is not in order. So I'll add little salt. If you're just joining, you are welcome. Kindly give us a thumbs up to support the live stream. So I'll add this quantity of salt, just little, to support it. And our beef, our crayfish. Remember I told you I add the remaining crayfish. So this is my grinded crayfish. Can you see it? That's what it looks like. So you add some more crayfish to it. So I'll stir everything together. Let's stir together. Let me show you. So you stir together like this. Stir it together. Welcome if you are just joining. Thank you for joining the live. Welcome. How are you doing today? So our soup is almost ready. We just have a few more minutes to go. The Ogbono soup. So for the spice, I want to add some little more spice to it. The sachet spice, I poured some of the remaining one here. I had some sachet spice I opened. That's the pepper soup spice I showed you previously. So I'm adding the remaining one I poured out. That's the remaining one. So you stir everything together and allow to cook. So for the pepper soup, I'm going to cover it. I have to cover it so that it will cook well. So let me turn the ogbono together. Let's see if it's almost ready. So if you have any question, sorry, baby. So if you have any question, feel free to ask me right at the comment section. I'm right here. You can ask me any question, any boundary question based on what we have done. Kindly support the live stream with a thumbs up, share the live. Welcome in. So like I said, our Ogbono soup is almost ready. It's the pepper soup that I'm still looking at. The pepper soup is still in the process. So for the pepper soup, I'll lower the heat so that it will cook well. Moderate fire. Make sure your fire is moderate. Welcome in. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. I'm right here. Ask me your question. So our pepper soup is ready. I'm going to change the fire position. I'll take this one over to this side. Then I'll bring this one here. Because of the heat, this one spreads around than this. So that's why I'm changing it. So for the ogbono, I'm going to off it. This ogbono soup is ready. So it's the pepper soup that we are working on now. We are working on the pepper soup. It's very medicinal, very and good for cold weather. It's medicinal and very good for cold weather. So it's catfish. I made use of catfish. Catfish. So here is the head. If you are just joining, you're welcome. Kindly support the live stream. So over here is the ogbono soup for those that are just joining. Then over here is our pepper soup. So I'm going to add the last cube. I left this cube because I was not too sure if it should be too much or not. So that's why I omitted it. So I'm adding it because I just tasted it and the spicing is not okay. So I'm adding this. And very little salt, just little. Welcome in if you are just joining. Much love. Good to have you around. I appreciate your coming by. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you are just joining, you're welcome. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome in. If you are just joining, thank you for joining the live stream. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. You're welcome in if you are just joining. If you have any question, feel free to ask me your questions. I'm right here to answer them. If you are just joining, we just finished making the ogbono soup. So it's the pepper soup that is remaining. That is almost ready now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the live. Good to have you around. So good to have you around. How are you doing today? Let me taste and see. So I'll take the pepper soup back here so that it can steam. I wanted it to cook round. It has cooked round. So it's at the steaming stage now, so I can take it back on a low heat. So it will be steaming right here. So I can off this. This one is ready. So I just leave this one here to steam. This one is ready. So right now, I think it should be question time. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. Question time. What do you want to know? What question do you have for me? Feel free to ask me your question. I'm right here. So let me change that sticker because right now pepper soup is almost ready. Let me change the sticker to a pool. Sticker. Let me make a pool. Replace. So the pool will be have you tasted catfish? Catfish pepper soup. And I don't know if they will all enter. And let me try. Let me give it a try. And open up before. Ooh, will it enter? Let me see. Let me see. Wow, it entered. Okay, have you tasted catfish pepper soup and Ogbono soup? Wow, let me see if this will work. Soup before. Okay, it worked. I thought it would not work. I thought it would not work. It worked. Okay. Mm, okay. So let me start it. So there's a pool up here, and the pool states that it says, "Have you tasted Ogbono soup and catfish pepper soup before?" So if you have tasted it, you can click on yes. If you have not tasted it, you can click on no. So over here is catfish pepper soup. Over here is Ogbono soup. Let me give a very good view. Yeah, this should be a good view. Is it okay? Yeah, I think it should. So you can let me know in the pool if you have tasted it before. So just click on yes if you have tasted it and click on no if you have not tasted it before. So that's the pool up there. So just let me know if you have tasted it before. You can let me know right there in the pool. So let's chat, let's vibe. Let's vibe. Let's make it interactive. If you have any question, you can ask me. In like 5 minutes, the pepper soup will be ready. 5 minutes time, it should be ready. Exactly 5 minutes. Welcome in. If you are just joining, you're welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up. Somebody just dropped a thumbs up. Thank you for supporting the live. Thank you. You can share the live. You can comment. Support the live any way you can. Thank you. And if you have any question, you can ask me. You can ask me. This is pepper soup for those that are just joining. And here's our Ogbono soup. Where are you streaming from? You can also let me know at the comment section where you're streaming from. And for this ogbono, you can go with swallow. You can make use of Irish potato swallow. We have Irish potato swallow in African stores in Europe. While in Nigeria, we also have it here. We have it. We have a cassava swallow. That's fufu, which is akpu, the native name of calling it in Africa. That's Nigeria. Let me be specific. Then we have gari, which is eba. So you can use either of all these swallow to eat it. You know, it's draw soup and it's good for children. Children love it a lot because it's slimy, it draws, and they can easily swallow it. So it's very good for them. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section.
It's finished.
It's finished. You are straight away. Go and wee wee. Want to wee wee?
No. Chocolate.
So our pepper soup should be ready by now. Let's see. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's ready. So that the fish will not overcook, because if it overcook, it will start breaking. I don't want it to overcook. It's cooked already. The fish is cooked. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to off the gas. I'll off the gas. So both are ready. Both are ready. Wow, the whole kitchen is scenting. The aroma is good. Very, very good. Very good. So if you have any question, feel free to ask me your question. So over here is our pepper soup. For those that are just joining, here is our Ogbono soup. So, and we have a pool up here, and it says, "Have you tasted catfish pepper soup and Ogbono soup before?" So if you have tasted it, click on yes. If you have not, click on no. If you have any question, feel free to ask me your question. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. So I want to dish a portion of this Ogbono soup here. So let's see what it gave us. Wow. Ooh, this is how it's usually is. Usually slimy. Just like this. Can you see? Some people like it thicker, while some like it lighter. I like it like this. I don't like it too thick. I don't like it that way. This way you enjoy it very well. Can you see it? So once it's like this, you clean the edges. I'm coming. Let me show you. I'm going to clean the edges now, so it looks neater. Yeah. Clean the edges. It's perfect now. I don't know if you can see it, so I'm coming. So I want to show you something. I want to show you picture of I want to show you a sample of banku, what it looks like. This is potato banku, or you call it fufu. So this is it. Okay, let me work on this camera so that you see it better. Um, okay, so this is it. So that's banku, or you call it fufu, and this is the soup. That's okra soup. See it? It's filling, it's rich, it's nice, it's yummy. Very, very, very nice. Trust me. So let's take back our camera how it was before. So like I said, if you have any question, you can ask me. Let's vibe. Let's roll. Any question? Let's go. So thank you all for staying by. Our soup is finally ready. Here's our Ogbono soup, and that's our catfish pepper soup. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate your staying by. Hope to see you tomorrow morning. I'll be making yam porridge tomorrow morning. So I hope to see you around in the morning. If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe so when I come live tomorrow morning, you'll be notified. Thank you and good night. Have a beautiful night rest. Bye.